welcome back! In just a second we're going to be going on with Blanc's route, but once again I want to make it clear to people if you've just started here, I will not be able to HDD during the concert. That's because I'm having to use a hack in order to play it on my PlayStation TV rather than a PlayStation Vita. But anyway, let's get on with Blanc's route, story? I don't know what you want to call it. Do you want to become this CPU's producer? Yeah. Okay.
Now loading.
What the? How am I falling? What the hell?
Holy crap!
Indeed.
That hurt, dumbass! Get the hell off of me!
Great, she's immediately angry. That was pretty surprising. I'm sure I fell from a ridiculously high place, but I seem fine. All thanks to these girls for breaking my fall. Thank you. You saved my life.
You're our producer? You look like a cut and paste stereotype, but okay. Nice to meet you in your face.
My name's Twit. What in the world is going on? I fell on you, but none of you seem to be in any pain.
Well, to you, we'd be called goddesses. Something like that was nothing for us.
We rule over this world, game industry, as its goddesses. We're called CPUs, Console Patron Units. We're in a bind, so we summoned you.
Why me? Am I dreaming or something?
Yeah, I getcha. You feel like a duck out of water, right? We're gonna go ahead and explain things nice and slow. Let me introduce myself. I'm Neptune, the CPU of the nation Planetoon.
I'm Noir, CPU of the greatest nation in all game industry, Last Station.
I'm Blanc, CPU of Louis. Louis is the greatest nation in all game industry. Don't get confused by someone else's lies.
I am Vert, the CPU of Leanbox, and the one who possesses the most voluptuous breasts in all of game industry.
Whoa! Let's not rustle our feathers during introductions. Vert's rack has nothing to do with her nation.
Well, we'll probably find out whether or not that's true in the next route.
Anyway, Vert, get on with the explaining because I don't really want to.
Why must you push the troublesome tasks onto me?
I mean, explanations sound like they should ooze from the mouth of a kind big sister type like you, Vert.
Oh, I see. Then allow the most mature among us, me, to explain things on behalf of these 3 children.
You're the old one, not the most mature.
Ew.
As I was about to explain, game industry consists of 4 nations.
Planetoon, Last Station, Louis, and Leanbox.
Each nation has a CPU dedicated to protecting their lands. They protect others using the power gained through the people's faith, known simply as shares.
Like we said earlier, we are those CPUs. Check this out. How's this? This is my hard drive divinity form, HDD for short. In this form, you will call me Blackheart.
I am Purple Heart in this form. Since you have seen us transform, we cannot let you return home. We took so much effort to summon this person, and you both just... Oh, I'm Whiteheart. Don't forget it. And now we 4 have transformed and are surrounding this unknown person. I wonder, have we made a mistake?
You're so calm after you transform. I can never tell if you're kidding around or not.
Should we show off our power by hammering it into your organs?
Did the atmosphere change? No, their personalities did. I should run lest they pummel me to goo.
I am Greenheart. Because of their immaturity, those 3 have shifts in personality and looks when in HDD mode. If everyone continues to mess around, we will frighten our dear producer. Let us return to our human forms. And that is how things are. Do you understand that we are goddesses to you now?
Not really. Can you explain it again? Maybe a fourth time? Yeah, sure. They're not normal, that's for sure. What a cast of characters.
Normally, us four would be fighting it out for control of the world's shares, striking a peaceful balance. But game industry is currently having its shares allocated to pop idols, and not to us.
We're losing the young'uns. It's kind of a big deal.
If we continue to lose shares, we won't have the power to keep our nation safe.
That is why we have decided to knock our opponents down to their knees and show them what a true idol is like. It is our first attempt at becoming idols, so we summoned you to help us. You are an experienced producer, no?
Since you were summoned by the power of the 4 CPUs, you should have the ability within you. Will you do it?
I'm just a normal person. So I say, but there's not even a choice for me to run, is there? This is... Right, we've already chose 2 of those options, so I think I'm gonna go with accept.
So, you can't really say no. We brought you here, so you're gonna be our producer. Them's the breaks.
I've never produced anything, but I guess I can do this. No! I know I can do this. I mean, I've done it twice already. One problem remains. Should I pick a single girl or go the individual... go the individual route, or make an idol harem? I'm new to this, so maybe it'd be too hard to make an idol harem. Now, I should stick to one girl. I can probably wing it from here. Indeed, I am the charismatic producer who has brought fame to many idols games. But I'm not too versed in this world, so can I just take one of you under my wing at first?
Dude, it's a problem if you can't be everyone's producer.
One person is fine. We're all rivals, and whoever is picked must look like they need the least help. Even if this person doesn't pan out as our chosen producer, there's probably a producer somewhere in our nations.
First of all, we must reclaim our lost shares. That simply must take precedence over all else.
Works for me.
Yepperoni.
Alright, then I will help produce. Blanc, I choose you. I'm not that confident, but I think I'll figure it out if I can sit and read by the fire with you, Blanc.
I'm lacking in confidence too. We should go purchase books on idols.
This is a good idea.
Ooh, this totally mutes my microphone, you guys. I'm not gonna lose to anyone.
I don't know how good this producer is, but it makes for a good handicap.
Leanbox is the birthplace of dance and song. I will show you just how different our skill levels are.
The unending battle for shares. Why do folks keep hurting others or get hurt by others?
An odd glimpse of intellect coming from you.
I think I know what she means.
So you'll do it? How embarrassing.
As CPUs, we gotta do this thing to protect the peace of game industry.
Let's become idols!
Yeah!
Why'd you make me do that? Jeez.
You do it every time, Noir.
Act like you're above it if you like. But you were the most energetic of us all.
We've decided on our plan. No turning back. I must first investigate idols from the past. A strategy meeting will be called shortly.
See, I'm probably gonna like Blanc's route. I've never done it before, and I'm probably gonna like it just because she's more intelligent. There's not a better word. Right, I hope we make a good team. This is how, without my consent, I turned into an idol producer. Our first goal is to beat Mob 48 and reclaim the CPU's lost shares. Whatever that means. Day!
Welcome to Louis.
Looks good, looks good. I like the autumn colors you have here. This place is so Japanese. Glorious Nippon. How relaxing.
Louis has the longest history, so a lot of old people live here. Mine is a nation where everyone, from kids to the elderly, can live together as a big, happy family.
So are you living with your family too?
Yes, I have 2 younger sisters. You'll meet them later. My sisters and I live in this basilicon. Since you're probably homeless, you can stay with us.
Probably homeless? Like, of course I'm homeless. You summoned me here from another world. My home isn't even in this dimension. Of course, I'm homeless. A basilicon? It's kind of like a church, but it feels more like a castle or a mansion. So even CPUs have siblings.
Hey, Blanc's back!
It's Ram!
Welcome back!
It's Ram!
Who's this dummy?
Thanks a lot.
A stranger? Be nice. This person isn't dangerous.
Hi. I'm Twit, and I'm going to be Blanc's producer for her idol career. Nice to meet you. Am I seeing double or are you 2 twins?
I'm Ram.
I'm Ram! I'll throw really heavy stuff at you if you call me the wrong name!
Sure thing, Ram.
This person came from another world, you 2. Please do your best to show off everything I've taught you.
What are you talking about? Oh, is this the same as when you were talking about scalping idols earlier?
Scalping?
Erase that memory. Know this. You can't resolve any problem or save game industry with brute force. My pride as a CPU is on the line. I will win. That's the choice I made. My big sister, an idol. I'm really excited to see it.
I'm gonna be an idol too then! Come on, Rom, let's be twin idols!
Sorry, but you 2 have to do my work around the basilicon while I'm busy becoming a famous idol.
Okay, I'll do my best. Fine. But only because you told us to. We can't say no to our big sister.
Sorry about this, you 2. If something comes up, please feel free to ask me for help. Now what? Let's see here. We could go with lessons, research, or twin time. Seeing as we're producing Blanc, I feel like we should research. This seems the most logical approach. We should research idols.
Yes, learning from past successes is a good idea. This is an appropriate place to research, since there are plenty of idol-centric books here.
To the library! If there are too many, I might not know where to begin looking.
That's fine. How's this one?
Wow, it's heavy. Thanks. I'll give this one a perusal.
It must be highly detailed. It's the thickest book here, after all.
Thanks. What is this? The Idol Dictionary? If I try to read this, it'll take me over a month. I know what I said, but maybe I'll just skim through it.
There's still more to do. Don't panic. Do things one at a time. And again, thank you for deciding to help me.
No problem, Blanc. Yeah, let's do our best together. But first, I need to do my best to learn about Blanc. Knowledge has increased.
Let's be prepared for tomorrow.
Yeah, let's give it our all.
Later!
Later! We're done for today. I guess I'll do my best tomorrow too. Finished for today. Good job.
Good morning.
Good morrow! Right, let's see here. Where do we want to begin? Let's just see the stats just so we know where we're at. Nothing. We've got nothing. We've seen 7% key events. SP events are at 11%. We got nothing. Nada. Zip. Nada. Said nada twice. Oh dear. So let's start with a recording.
Now loading.
Now loading. We're recording a radio show today.
This week's fan letter comes from someone calling themselves Mario.
Uh-huh.
Despite being a professional and licensed plumber, I'm always made to join sports teams and races. Sucks. You have it rough too, Blanc, since you have to do several things. Well, this amount is nothing for me. Thank you for the letter.
The program went well. Number of fans has greatly increased. Trust and guts have increased.
So-so.
So-so, yeah. Skip it if we can. We can. What sort of events would work best for Blanc's personality? Maybe I'll ask her directly? Hey Blanc, what should we focus on first?
I wonder. Let's do some research.
What? How would you research that?
I'll read a book from my personal Basilicon library. Wait a minute.
They must have an eclectic library.
Thanks for waiting. I brought a few pertinent books. Which do you think is best?
Which indeed. Kinda wanna go with the cats. We'll go with cats, because I don't know. Cats. Maybe this one? I mean, if a cat can be an idol, the CPU shouldn't have much trouble.
I didn't think you'd pick that one.
What do you mean? I wonder. Let's read it. Good kitty. We're so proud of you and your big idol debut. Is this really a book about how to make a cat into an idol?
Yes.
I've been had. If you knew that, why'd you even bring it back?
To put CPUs on the same level as cats, I thought it would make for a clever joke.
That's not what I mean. Though, sorry. I fell for her little prank. Good. I like when Blanc's like that. Rather than the annoyed version. I like her cute version better. Louis office! Blanc's reading something again. Hello, what are you reading?
A book?
Well, I knew that much. Oh, it's a bit different from the last book, huh? Intro to Becoming an Idol.
This is quite different from the last book. This is a manga collection about someone trying to be an idol.
Why are you reading that?
Don't look down on manga or games. Anything can be helpful.
I see. Can I take a look?
No, this won't be of any help to you.
Uh-huh. Don't want to incur her wrath, but I do want to press the issue just a little bit. So we go with, oh, come on. And you act like that. I only want to read it more. Come on, gimme.
No.
Oh. Pretty, please.
No.
Pretty, please. Please. I'm on my knees here.
Fine. If you're that desperate, it was just a piece of reference material for my personal use.
Okay, sweet. Let's take a look at what Blanc was so defensive over. It's a girl's manga. The main girl yearns to be the top idol, so she takes classes and falls in love. Huh? This is...
What?
Never mind. This is definitely useful material for people trying to become a top idol.
Right. I'm glad you understand.
This is kind of awkward. I don't know how to say that manga are getting pretty racy. Are situations like this one really okay for young girls to read?
Hey.
Hello? Right, so let's go with publicity.
Now loading.
How are you? Blanc Station.
New Sensory Channel presents Blanc Station. Brought to you with dogmatism and extreme prejudice.
Yay?
Today's topic is, what are you good at, Blanc? Well...
reading! Oh. Well, I guess out of those three, we've got to go with writing. It's the closest to reading.
I'm the best at writing. I actually wrote this game's entire scenario. Check the credits.
Let's do that. When we get to the credits, check that. If I don't remember, someone write in the comments whether or not Blanc did write this entire game scenario.
Please watch again.
Number of fans has greatly increased. Trust, guts, and rhythm have all increased.
So-so.
And so-so. Skip it. Only on day 4. Well, 5 now.
Next, we go live to the MOB48 meet and greet event. This idol group has exploded in popularity.
Literally.
The line extends far outside the venue. Wait times for those near the end are estimated to be 10 hours.
I don't see why they're popular.
How much do you know about Mob 48, Blanc?
Enough. Know your enemy, right? Don't tell me you haven't done any research on them.
It's been 5 days since I arrived, Blanc. What did you expect? Oh, well...
How shameful. My producer has not even studied my greatest rivals.
I need to understand you first. You're right, I'm sorry. Will you summarize it for me?
If I must, what do you want to know?
What should I ask? Go with Mob 48 because it's got 3 question marks. I'm inclined to go with the 3 question marks. Let's start with who exactly Mob 48 is.
MOB 48. A mob of 48 monsters from around game industry have banded together to form an idol group.
That's somewhat frightening.
The members switch out regularly, since only the 48 best monsters can be in the group. But I digress. The real villain is the one who organized and sold them as idols. Basically, MOB 48's producer.
Some kind of underling.
For me to win, I need the help of my own brilliant producer.
I see. That's why you summoned me.
No, that was just what happened in the heat of the moment.
What? What about that whole story about needing a producer to match Mob 48's mastermind producer?
Yeah, well, I think they have a producer anyway. Regardless, I will win because of my unmatched talent.
Is it me or is the music in Blanc's route slightly louder? It's weird. Might turn it down a bit.
But it's also true that I expect something from you, more or less.
Maybe it's just because Blanc's a bit more softly spoken. Blanc. Alright, I understand. I'll do my best. Trust has increased. When we get the chance, I'll turn it down a bit. See, because here it's fine.
Let's be prepared for tomorrow.
That's fine. Maybe it's just that one song. Config. So, we don't want to turn it down 25%. Do we? Because then it's really quite... No, we're going to have to keep it at 50%. Fair enough. Very well. That's the wrong button. There we go. Because it'd be too quiet at 25.
Good morning.
Good morrow! Good morning. Let's do our best today.
Good morning.
Good morrow. I've got to say stop. What am I saying? I've got to stop saying good morrow. That's overstayed its welcome now. Event!
Now loading!
Dungeon. There's a big monster slaying event in Louis today. CPUs can join in, so it's a good chance to stand out.
Suck it! I love this kind of thing!
I figured Blanc would be like this. She's having so much fun, it's a little frightening.
Oh!
Blanc!
That weak attack won't stop me! Take this! So damn easy.
She's like an ox? Okay. And that's how Blanc won. Like an ox. Like an ox. You get some people that are like a bunny or like a kangaroo, but no, Blanc's like an ox. Number of fans has greatly increased. Trust and guts have increased.
So-so.
So-so. Skip it.
We need to talk.
Oh. About?
Shouldn't we hold my debut concert soon?
Well, yeah, because it's the 7th day. We always hold a concert on the 7th day, don't we? How sudden? What about a venue? Do we even have a song yet?
Don't worry, Mina is on the case. She's handling the logistics. Mina is Louise' oracle. She's level-headed and looks after my little sisters for me.
So she relies on her.
But you need to give me the proper stage directions and effect cues. Leave the performance itself to me.
Is this gonna work?
It will. When the time is right, I'll activate HDD and really throw the crowd into a frenzy.
I don't think you will. Is it really that amazing?
Yes, that is how we can unleash our true potential as CPUs. And if I sing the song Nina wrote for me, I should be able to transform without a problem.
Yeah.
At least, I can transform when I sing this particular song by myself.
I see. The concert's planned for the day after tomorrow? Oh man, I hope it works out.
Good morning.
Right, so the concert's incoming. Let's do an ad campaign.
Let us
Then we'll relax. Then do a concert.
We need to figure out our plan of attack. First, we need to raise awareness in the local area.
Right.
We should fan outward from Louis. No, we should start inside of the Louis Basilicom before all else.
Let's just focus on Louis first. Number of fans has greatly increased. Trust and guts have increased.
So-so.
So-so.
Weekly Game Industry Idol Ranking.
Well, we're not going to be on it at all. If we are, it'd be weird.
I did it.
You did it? Did what? You're not on it.
I'm not on it.
We haven't had a concert yet.
Damn, why didn't I work harder? I'm feeling pretty angry at myself.
Really now? Then try to show off your new stuff at our next concert and really win the people over. I mean, it would help to have a concert before we even, try and put out a song. Our first concert is tomorrow. Have to really hunker down and act like a proper producer today. Blanc, today is critical.
I know. Deciding what to do for tomorrow's concert is paramount.
Took the word, I was going to say the wrong words, the words right out of my mouth.
Debuts are crucial to one's success. Things will change greatly if we put on a good show tomorrow.
Blanc is incredibly serious. It only adds to my pressure. How should we prepare? Go with stage setup. Because I'm trying to think what would Blanc want to do. It's either the norm or stage setup, but definitely not rest. Let's study up on what makes a concert a success.
Agreed.
When I think of concerts, the performers singing and dancing come to mind.
Obviously.
So what else is there?
Song choice and organization, costume selection, stage decorations.
Oh.
Proper camera work is necessary during concerts as well, so...
I mean, with these analog sticks, it's really hard to do, but yeah. Leave that to me. So many things to keep tabs on. I'm glad we studied what to do. Just as Blanc says, I need to study this sort of stuff. Knowledge and expression have increased. Alright, how's the song coming along, Blanc?
This song works for me. Now I can get closer to the top rank.
Awesome. Let's go for it. Tomorrow can't come soon enough. Oh, that's Snap, isn't it? Costume for Blanc. Happy studies acquired.
Yo!
Yo! So, why the HDD form?
I have to transform every once in a while. Otherwise, my appearances will become dull.
Oh. I see. It always shocks me, so I wish you'd stop doing that. Concert! It's concert time! Good morning. 100 members. Ooh. You will put on a concert. Ready to go?
Okay!
Not really, I wanted to rest for a while.
Napping.
Oh well. We'll be fine. We have a concert today.
So we do. I'm not confident. Can I really do it? With this much anxiety, I wonder.
You will be fine. Louise Oracle went through the trouble to arrange it, so let's do our best.
Are we really doing this? I won't be held responsible for whatever ends up happening.
She seems seriously concerned. It's making me anxious too.
Come on, Blanc! We're gonna be there cheering you on! I'm so excited!
Thanks, you two. I'm counting on your support.
Sweet! I'm gonna get everyone super pumped up! We need some fireworks that make mega loud booms! Uh-huh. I want a giant monster to come out of the sea, too. That would be neat.
Cheer me on normally, you brats!
Her sisters brought her back to her usual self. But speaking of things to be concerned about... Oh, but the Hanafuda cards on your sleeves. When they break when you dance, shouldn't you take them off?
They aren't that flimsy. They are excellently crafted to be both fireproof and waterproof. You have a point, though. If they fly off during the concert, it would be dangerous. Off they go.
Now loading!
I think that's probably just an excuse to not apply physics to them, because they would be flapping about, etc., wouldn't they, if she was dancing, so they didn't want to apply physics to it because it'd be too much for the PlayStation Vita. That's my theory, anyway. Yeah, we'll go with stage 3. The effects will go for where we need something that's like fireworks to fit with the sparkling stars, I guess? Yeah, to fit with what Ram wanted. Was it Rom? I can't remember. I'm gonna get things thrown at me. We'll go with Beam Sparks. That'll do. And the song we can only go with Dear Every Day. So let's continue.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's nap.
Let's nip nip indeed. Right, what's she got on her hair's gone weird. Something up with her hat. I don't know. No, not the position. What? What?
No.
What am I pressing? Yes?
Okay. Now loading.
Oh, I didn't mean to go all the way back.
Yes.
I thought it was
Now
saying to go
loading.
back in the menu to where you just were. Pressing all the wrong things. Right, this is what I want. Costume change. There we go. We'll have a look at White Heart. There she is. That's pretty much the only time we're going to see her, so there we go. Alright, happy studies. Out of all of them, is Happy Studies is the one I like. So, little blue hair. Mini top hat. No. No. Halo? No. Go with Shooting Star. And Vanguard? No. No. Earpiece? Go with the earpiece. Seeing as it's her first concert. Right, let's begin!
Now loading.
Now loading. There's those penguins on top of the pipes again. Went well.
Amazing job.
Indeed. Excellent. The crowd yells. I didn't expect that. It's like Boolaroo? Something like that. I mean, I know they're trying to say Blanc, but it really doesn't sound like Blanc, does it? What are we doing? 9%. Yeah.
See you in the morning.
Oh, yes, we will. Great job today. I'm glad the concert went excellently well. Let's keep up this pace.
Later.
Later! The concert has ended. It takes time to prepare for, but if we put on a show, the fans will gather. Finished for today? Good job. Hair color for Blanc. Black hair acquired. Alright, so we've done one of every these. One of every these. Yep. One of every these. Done one of each of them. That'll go better. Right, we'll start moving through these. So we'll start with vocal training.
Let's nap.
An idol needs to have a good singing voice, first and foremost. Let's take some vocal lessons.
Singing, you're right. It's an essential element for an idol. La la la.
Not bad, but not quite great. Vocals have increased.
So.
So. Doom. Dance.
Now loading.
An idol needs to have a great sense of rhythm to liven up the stage. Let's take some dance lessons.
Dancing is key, yes. I've heard that most idols are great dancers too. I've no choice but to do this.
Good. That was kind of cute, wasn't it? Rhythm has increased. I've noticed this, by the way. When I first played this game 2 years ago, to be honest, at that stage of my life, I didn't really like Blanc at all, or Vert, which is why I never actually pursued their roots. I never really enjoyed their characters. But over the time we've been doing this channel, I've actually come to like Blanc a lot more. I really like her character now. So it's like, I'm very happy to be doing this route, because she's, I don't know, she's just more fun than I expected her to be, because I was just used to her angry personality, but no, she's got a cute side to her. So. Skip it! Aha! Right, we did dance, let's do rehearsal. Idols need to be able to express themselves clearly, both on stage and off. Let's take acting lessons.
This really is necessary for idols. I lack this ability.
Joy, anger, sorrow, relax. Expression has increased. So. Tomorrow can't come soon enough. Indeed. We just did rehearsal, didn't we? So let's do practice. Rom and Ram will help me today.
Yes, I'll do my best. We want to help out too.
They will act as your fans, Blanc, and you'll act like you're on stage putting on a concert.
Here I go.
You can do it. I'm her biggest fan, so I'm gonna cheer her on in the front row. Come on, let's go. Nuh-uh. I'm her biggest fan. Then I'm her biggestest fan of all, times infinity. So there.
Hey, stop grabbing onto me. Behave yourselves.
Where's the security at this concert? Come on, you two. Fans don't accost their idols and get away with it.
Not true. Yeah, dummy.
I think they just got in the way. Friendship with Rom and Ram has increased.
So-so.
So-so. Skip it.
Alright.
Right, lessons, study.
Ready to nap?
Oh, I'm ready. Idols have to be smart too. Let's study.
I'm always doing research. I drink milk before going to bed. I massage them with my hands daily. These are said to be common practices.
She's confident about her smarts. What exactly is she researching? Trust, vocals, rhythm, expression, knowledge, and guts have all increased.
So-so.
So-so.
Weekly Game Industry Idol Ranking.
Right, let's see if we're there. 30! At least we're on it.
Oh, I'm on the chart. It always feels great to see your hard work take form like this.
Indeed. Stress has decreased, guts have increased. Skip it.
Alright.
It's probably a day or so until a concert. And the concert will take some time. Yeah, I think we'll end this part here. And in the next part, we'll start looking at Relax. So, we'll see you then. Bye-bye for now.